if you're going to dinner dates or going to dinner parties, I would avoid these types of fragrances. And just for reference, the type of situations that I'm insinuating are more indoor, enclosed spaces, not really outdoor events. That I can make a separate video on. But I would avoid using strong, sweet fragrances, the ones that fill the room. Things like Delina Exclusive, Naxos by Xerjoff. They're amazing scents, but when it comes to eating a meal with a lot of people or even just one person, you don't want something that's just gonna be blasting in their face the whole entire time. Like, those are fragrances that can push past 10 hours. They have really nice sillage and they're great if you're trying to go clubbing. But when you're eating and your fragrance is competing with the aroma of the food, it really starts to nauseate and irritate a lot of people. And I've said this example so many times. That one time that I went to get pho, and there was a guy across the room blasting 1 million, and every single bite of pho I was taking smelled like 1 million, and I was getting pissed off. I'm like, oh my God, like I hated it. I hated that whole experience. So I know that you want people to know that you smell good, but there are certain times when those fragrances shine better. Now, what I would suggest is wearing a more intimate fragrance to these dinner parties on these dinner dates, because after the dinner's over, and let's say you're hanging out on the couch, or if you're going on a walk or something, going to the movies, then your date and like you and your date are snuggling into each other, then they smell it and it smells really nice. You know, it's something that they can't get enough of. They want more of it, and they're not gonna smell that across the table. You know, only when they get closer to you is when they're gonna really notice the fragrance. Now, if you're somebody that really does love Delina Exclusive and that's your favorite fragrance, then I would say adjust the sprays. Instead of going 3 to 5 sprays on that, you can do 1 spray on your back. That's something that I would do. Again, it's different from person to person. Or spray it on, like if you have a travel size or like an automized, like travel size atomizer, like a travel sprayer, then you can apply it after the dinner when people are done eating. Because let me tell you that there have been so many people that have leaned over to me at these dinner parties, at these like gatherings, and they're like, oh my God, her perfume or his cologne is driving me crazy. I fucking hate it. And typically they would like that smell. But in that instance, it's really easy for people to get pissed off. Like, you don't want to be smelling like a really like even smelling Carlisle while I'm eating sushi is just like a big no, you know. And there have been people that are like, I'm gonna step out because like they are choking me out with their scent, and they would go and then they would just, you know, tell other people like that it's irritating them, you know. So, and they're not alone in that. There are people that are very sensitive to fragrances, and even the ones that aren't that sensitive to it, when you are wearing a beast mode scent and you're in an enclosed space and people, like when they come back into that environment, it's still just circulating around the room, it does come off as inconsiderate. So please read the room and be mindful of other people. And like I said, the intimate fragrances do really well in those instances. Like things like La Nuit de l'Homme do well. I'm trying to think of another feminine fragrance. Honestly, Versace Bright Crystal, that's not much of a sweet fragrance though. That's more of a freshie. And I do find that freshies do better when people are eating. Like if you're wearing a fresh fragrance, like if you're going to brunch and you're wearing a nice fresh fragrance, even dinner parties when you're wearing a nice fresh fragrance, people aren't gonna be as pissed off with that versus a sweet scent, especially if it's like a gourmand fragrance. Those can really throw people off. Like you're eating a nice juicy steak and it's like somebody smelling like vanilla extract over there, you know. It's like, believe me, people get so annoyed with that. But yeah, just read the room. You can apply the fragrance later if you want to afterwards, if you have a sample of it, or you can go in with just a minimal amount of sprays. But I hope that helped for the people that were asking, and I'll probably do another video specifying which fragrances. I don't have them currently on me right now, but yeah, I think I'll do an updated version of that video since there's been a lot of questions on that topic. All right, anyways, I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.